What you just described sounds like theft, as you said. Does that violate either the Maryland Constitution or generally accepted standards of financial probity? If in fact there is
I don't know the answer to that, quite frankly. If it did, I would have thought.
Would that not be worthwhile to look at?
Yes, indeed, it would be worthwhile to look at.
Say something about that.
And the fact that it is a strange way to achieve the constitutional requirement that we have a balanced budget.
That is a strange way.
Don't we have orthodox laws? We do not. Like, you collect a tax for X, it only is given for what you collected. We don't have that.
They don't know, apparently not.
It goes general fund.
That's right. Oh, yeah. He divvies it out, you know. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm a listen man. I always work for you. That's okay. Anyway, my question is, where do you stand on Common Core, and how do we get out of this mess and get off this sinking rat ship? Our kids can't count, change, tell time, read, or write effectively.
Well, my position has been related in a number of questionnaires. I've asked the same question. I, of course, am opposed to it, and I want to see some opportunity that we may be able to repeal it, like what the state of Indiana has done. And, you know, it's a nationalized, top-down education policies. And furthermore, the point that was brought up by Bud and in respect to the privacy concerns, and there are many of those because, and this seems to be true of all these governmental agencies lately, asking all kinds of personal questions that go into some database, and I have real problems with that. And again, it's the privacy concerns that's a piece of it. You know, they say that it just sets standards. Well, it just doesn't set standards. And the other thing that I thought was very interesting, on the House floor, we had a teacher, a retired teacher that was as a delegate, and he got up and he pointed out that in one part of Common Core, they demonstrate how you're supposed to do multiplication. And okay, they show you how in this convoluted way, but then they say, okay, you can use some other manner that you've learned how to do it, but you only get half credit. Did you ever hear such a ridiculous thing? To me, that's outrageous. So we've got to, yes, sir.
In relation to that, 2 days ago, the story broke. 12 teachers. The story broke that 12 teachers were arrested in the Philadelphia area for giving the answers to the standardized test. And the way this thing works, it is to get test results up so that the MSEA, the CCEA, to unions here, will wind up with pay increases based upon test.
Oh, yeah.
Not good.
Oh,
Not good at all, and it breeds corruption.
Absolutely. I agree with 100%. Yes, sir.
Can you give us any insight?
Use the microphone,
Yes.
please.
Hi. Can you give us any insight about the people who wanted to opt out of smart meters, about waiving these fees? Apparently everything was shut down behind the scenes, and maybe you might know something we don't know.
Well, there was a delegate from Washington County, I guess, that sponsored a bill that I supported, that said that this had to be strictly a voluntary situation. And of course, the bill got nowhere. And this is not the first time he put the bill in. This is the second time. I understand he got a pretty good hearing this year, but that doesn't mean anything if you don't get it passed. But it is. It's the wrong way to go. I agree with you. And I supported your position on a House bill co-sponsored.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you,
I greatly
Michelle.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it.